Morning, everybody. If you're here in the UK, it is just hit 6 in the morning. The sun is up. That's where I am in Cambridge. Or the sun is trying very valiantly to get up. You can see the view from my garden. It's raining outside, so just a typical spring day, really, here in the UK. And welcome, I'm Conrad Chua, Rise with the Sun, where I talk about business, tech, society as the sun rises. Now, I'm doing this on Saturday, 22nd March. Severance season 2 finale just dropped yesterday. It was amazing. It's everything I think a lot of Severance fans wanted. And I'm going to say this, that season finale was good enough that they could have just ended in there, the whole series. It would have been great, right? But in this year's least surprising news, Apple has already announced that they are renewing Severance for a third season. I mean, this is one of their few breakout hits. I think it's probably the second mainstream breakout hit after Ted Lasso, which is coming back for season 4 soon. But while Severance is killing it critically, Apple TV Plus is dying financially. Seriously, they're losing $1 billion a year. That's like burning an iPhone every 30 seconds. And knowing Tim Cook, that's something he doesn't like to do. He does not like to burn money. So that begs the question, why are tech giants like Apple and Amazon, even in the content business to begin with, they're just pouring billions, really billions, into these shows that I don't know, are people really watching it? I mean, does anybody still even remember Amazon Prime's Citadel spy series, right? Very expensive, got absolutely nowhere. And now Amazon, I don't know, maybe they're still really keen on the spy genre. Uh, they now hold the creative fate, the creative control of the James Bond franchise. So James Bond, he has defeated all these villains in the past, but can he defeat the one and only Jeff Bezos, right? What's he going to do with this very well-loved, storied franchise? Now, let's think about this. Why is Apple in the movie content business to begin with? They basically reinvented digital music, but they didn't touch original music production. They probably realized that the music industry is extremely fragmented. There are all these record labels, and hits can come out of anywhere. Right? And it was much better for Apple to be the distribution channel. Amazon, they revolutionized, the sale of ebooks, and they basically ripped physical bookstores apart. But they never published never published original novels. Same thing, right? They were more content to be the distribution channel. Maybe Bezos thinks that writing checks to Hollywood is much better than writing novels. Who knows? But maybe it's also about exclusivity. Movies and TV shows, they hook subscribers with exclusive bingeable content. Right? Still, Apple's losing billions of money, and Amazon's Prime Video, I don't think it's a profit machine either. Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos recently said he doesn't even understand why Apple TV Plus exists. He claims it's just pure marketing. That's a bit ungrateful if I think about it, because Apple TV Plus gave Ted a cameo on their upcoming TV series starring Seth Rogen called The Studio. So Ted, I think you try not to bite the hand that feeds you, but maybe it's also because Ted is still upset that after all these years, after pouring billions, Netflix still doesn't have an Oscar for Best Picture, whereas Apple's got one for Coda. Snark aside, Netflix focuses on one thing, content. Apple's got devices, music, apps, Amazon selling everything from shoes to service. So can these tech giants realistically compete in TV and movies against a dedicated player. Maybe Apple's long game is immersive content. With the Vision Pro headset, Apple wants to redefine entertainment. But let's be real, the rollout of that immersive content has been extremely slow. Um, they've recently made some stunning immersive content. There was one about a crisis in a submarine, and apparently the Metallica concert, that video that just dropped, is also really good. I wouldn't know, I don't have the Vision Pro, but even if you think of, when I first heard about it, I thought, wow, a Metallica concert, that's great. Then I found out it's only about 30 minutes long, right? So again, there's still a huge gap in terms of that immersive content. So given how difficult it is to make immersive content, why doesn't Apple just launch a creator fund? Right? TikTok did that. They provided creators the funds to help drive content adoption. Yet Apple's strategy seems more like a field of dreams, right? Build it and maybe some people will come. Speaking of TikTok, maybe Apple and Amazon are fighting yesterday's war. Short form videos winning eyeballs ever since TikTok came on, and then you've got Instagram with reel stories. Everybody's getting onto the Reels game. And you think about it, maybe that's where the battle is going to be. And if you look at other players like Google, Google doesn't bother with original content. They own YouTube, where creators do all that heavy lifting for them and for free. So Google, again, focuses on the distribution. Microsoft isn't in any of this movie, TV show, music business, content business, but they do have gaming, and that's where they create the content. Now, why did they do that? I think gaming was a strategic decision for them. They saw PlayStation, the Nintendo, they colonizing the living room, and Microsoft wanted to have that direct connection with consumers because years ago they were very much an enterprise, selling to enterprises, right? The Windows machines, everything, the servers, computer space, processing space, but they wanted to get into the consumer space. Windows Phone was a big flop, even though there was a lot of things good about it technically. So they wanted to get in through gaming, and for them, Xbox was their entree into the home. And in the gaming business, you can't just sell consoles, you need to get the games, right? And that's why they are putting lots of money into content creation on the gaming side. At the end of the day, does all this actually matter? Does it keep customers sticky? Does Severance, Slow Horses, all these other great Silo, keep me and others hooked onto these smartphones? We don't know, right? Are we watching these billion-dollar vanity projects, right, that entertain Tim Cook, Jeff Bezos more than us? Well, we'll find out in years to come if the content gamble pays off. I'm enjoying all the Apple TV Plus shows, but as a student of business, I really don't know if this is worth it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Till next time, have a great rest of the day and rise with the sun.